Hello, welcome to Rosby's Rugby. This is your Pro Day 2 preview for round 29, the penultimate round of Pro Day 2, the regular league season. What a thrilling season it has been. It's a cracking round of fixtures. This preview is going to feature a load of different stuff. It's going to kick off with the discussion from Rich and I from the podcast earlier that we recorded earlier on this week to kind of set up the round, then dive into the predictions, which will feature the preview with the team news of the Thursday night game, which you can catch on FR-UK. Make sure you watch it because it's going to be an absolute belter. The Thursday night game is Provence v Vannes, so we'll do a little preview of that, running through the two teams so you're clued up for your Thursday night lights rugby. But yeah, and if you want that, just skip ahead. It should be in the chapter notes in the description in the for this video. So enjoy, get in touch. Any questions, drop them in the comments, and enjoy Pro Day 2 round 29, the penultimate round of league fixtures.
On the Thursday night, Provence v Vannes down in Pro Day 2, which is, well, arguably certainly one of two pick of fixtures. I'm sort of intrigued. Do you think is that the sort of game if you're Van, do you just say risk no injuries, risk no sort of psychological edge for the playoffs and send a really changed up team? Or yeah, how would if you were John Noel Spitzer, how would you approach it?
How if I had my Musto cap on, how would I?
Yeah.
I am actually wearing a Van cap right now, which you gave me the other week.
One that
So
didn't fit my massive head.
literally with a Van hat on. I would protect a few players, I think,
Yeah.
but I also think I'd go there looking to lay down a bit of a psychological marker. I think they could still win. I think Van have shown enough
Yeah.
depth to suggest that. I know they lost a few weeks ago away at Saxby. There's enough depth there to suggest that even with a 8 out of 10 side, they can beat Provence, because Provence have found things a little bit tricky of late with some of the injuries they've been dealing with. They've not been able to put out anything near to full strength for a while. So it could be much tighter than it should be, even if Van do send a change upside. That's the FR-UK game, right? Like that will be
Yeah.
that's a proper fixture. Provence, yeah, it depends if they've got fit, but they've got so many injuries and or absentees in that pack, not helped by Piazzoli's madness a few months back, where he decided to knee someone in the head. But yeah, I think they're still struggling with quite a few injuries. But if they do have a few of the guys fit and Van are changed up, then they should get the win, and they could. Like I hadn't quite realised until after the round of fixtures. I thought Colomiers were basically locked
Home and
in,
hosed,
home and
yeah.
hosed, yeah, for
Only
the
2 points in it.
yeah. And where are they this week?
They
They are at
host
home
the
to
Marsan,
Mont-de-Marsan, okay,
so
but
they
they
would,
go to Grenoble next week, which is
yeah,
although X go to or Provence go to Valence-Roman. So yeah, you can kind of see both teams getting a win and a loss in those last two games, and maybe Colomiers do have enough, but and certainly you'd think if Van were to win away at Stade Maurice David, then that's Provence done for that is second place locked in for Colomiers. Um, but equally, I could see Provence getting a bonus point win, so could go anyway. Anything could happen, Richard.
yeah, as ever. The other massive game, so you've got that at the top, and then the tail end 9 p.m. French time on Friday. Massive. Béziers hosting Biarritz, a point between them on Biarritz, just ahead on 49 points, Béziers 48, which is two ahead of Mont-de-Marsan, who you would think have a bit of an uphill battle against Colomiers, but I would imagine whoever wins this game is probably, well, pretty close to safe
Biarritz host Carcassonne in the final round.
last game. So
So if
particularly
they
if
if they
they,
win, yeah,
you think that, yeah, it will then be a shootout between what happens in the last games between who will Mont-de-Marsan play in their last game of
Mont-de-Marsan
the
host
season,
Argennes,
host Agen,
which
and
feels like the sort of game that Argennes might be might be on the beach by then.
and Bezier have to go to Angoulême. So yeah, we will see, but very interestingly poised.
Aurillac are not out of the woods, nor in there. They are 6 ahead of Mont-de-Marsan. Both of them are on 52. So Dax are safe, well, all but safe. They could technically still go down, but Nevers and Aurillac are on 52 in 11th and 12th. Aurillac host Grenoble, Nevers host Oyonnax, so at least they are at home. But Aurillac then go away to Oyonnax next week, so you'd think that and Oyonnax will very much be looking to get into the problem with those fixtures for those guys is that Oyonnax are going to be focusing on where they can get their playoff game.
Yeah,
So Nevers, similarly, Nevers away at Brive next week. So if Mont-de-Marsan I'm going to beat Colomiers away. I was getting excited there.
yeah. It's
It
unlikely,
needs
isn't it?
it needs Colomiers to it needs Mont-de-Marsan to get at least a win and a draw in their last 2 games. But the fact that they travel to Colomiers, who need that win, and probably 5 points for Colomiers there probably does seal second place. Yeah, be very Mont-de-Marsan though to pull out an away win at this point of the season against Colomiers, though, as unpredictable as they are, but not
Yeah,
quite been enough evidence to suggest that. So it is, yeah, it's largely a 3-horse race, and 2 of the horses are playing each other this week.
yeah. The other massive news that came out of Pro League just in the week gone was around Fabien Fortezan, the Valence Roman head coach. He's obviously done amazing things there, who has agreed and it's been confirmed is moving to Brive as attack coach, I believe, under Greg Patat, which is I kind of, I mean, I guess there's probably an element of A, money talks, and B, kind of persistently maybe a more likely chance of coaching in the top
Status, right?
14
Like,
and status. Yeah, that's fine. It is also the statement for Valence around was not shirty in any way. I thought it was very professional given the circumstances, but understandably there's a fair bit of frustration coming through. He has another year on his contract at Valence, and also there is, given the time of year, there is still a very, very real possibility that Valence and Brive could play each other in the either the barrage or semi-finals, or who knows, potentially even beyond that, which is a regardless of he's an amazing coach, and I'm almost surprised there isn't a well, it's pretty clear at some point he's going to be a DOR in the top 14. Like, I think that's an absolute given. The Regardless of how professional and how good he is, it casts a bit of a weird cloud over any potential matchup between those two in the kind of reckoning at the end of the season.
yeah,
So yeah, few people slightly frustrated, but yeah, I'm sure Valence will finish strong regardless. But yeah, quite big news.
been a hell of a coaching effort this season, hasn't it,
Yeah,
for Valence Romance?
yeah, unbelievable.
Pro de round 29, the penultimate round of league fixtures in the world's best league. What a round of fixtures we've got. As you can see, we have got so much disagreement between the two of us, between Rich and I, on these fixtures. There is bits to play for. There's not absolutely loads. Like the relegation battle is where it's tight, and there's a huge game in that. And then the places in the playoffs and who's going to get those home games, who's going to get that home semi final. That is where it's at in this round of fixtures. So let's get into these predictions. First up, Thursday evening, a absolute belter of a game which you can catch live and free on FR-UK Rugby. Provence versus Van. So third place Provence hosting the runaway league leaders Van. I'm going for Van. They've sent a really strong side. I just think they've got so much depth that they've got enough to beat Provence. Rich is going for Provence, a home advantage. They've got a few players back from injury. Huge game, 2 cracking sides. That will be an absolute belter. We are both going for Argennes at home to Soyongalem. They've still got the smallest of outside shots of the playoffs. They'll be looking for the win. Colomiers hosting Mont-de-Marsan. Colomiers, if they win this, they've all but guaranteed the second place and skipping the barrage, going straight through to a home semi-final. We are going for them. Aurillac v Grenoble. Aurillac have really struggled this second half of the season. They are in such poor form back half of the season. Rich is going for them. He's going to back the Lac at home. Got some inside lines, I think, on there. I don't know what he's been talking to people about. I'm going for Grenoble just because Aurillac's form has been so poor. Carcassonne now officially already relegated. They host Brive, who are chasing a home barrage. They still need to secure their slot in the barrage in the playoffs. I'm going for Carcassonne. I just think bit of pride to play for. Why not? Rich is going for Brive. Makes full sense. They should be fully loaded. They will need to secure that win. This is a very winnable game for them. They've got a way stronger squad, way bigger budget, so they should. There's no way that Carcassonne should win this, but I've just got a hunch. We're both going for Dax to get that win to fully secure their status in Pro D2 for next season. Nevers, another side that are level on points with Dax, they need to and similarly they need to get a win, so I'm going for them. They've got a decent home record. They have picked up a bit of form of late after a dreadful start to the year. Rich is going for Oyonnax. They're looking to secure their slot in the playoffs. They've not been great away, but Rich is going for them. They've got the stronger squad. The big game, the final game of the round, Béziers v Biarritz. These two teams locked in at 14th and 15th place. The winner of this should be safe, or should make themselves favourites to be safe. The loser is likely to end up in the access match for relegation against the runners-up in National. Huge game. I'm going for Biarritz. I think they've found a bit of form, and actually they've done all right away from home lately. Rich going for Béziers. Their home record is actually pretty strong. Plenty to play for in that one. Huge round of fixtures. Get in touch with your thoughts and comments and enjoy Pro D2 round 29. Thursday night lights, Thursday night rugby. Yes, Pro D2 is back. Provence versus Vannes. What a huge game in the run-in. Third hosting first. Vannes have fully secured top spot. They secured their semi-final place weeks ago, so they're fine. Generally, they're actually chasing a points record in Pro D2. Provence are in third. They are a couple of points behind Colomiers in second. They need to win this to have a chance of securing that second place and skipping the barrage and getting that home semi-final, which for Provence feels like it could be quite a key thing. They have had their injuries. They do have a strong home record. They aren't always the best side away from home. So for them, second place would actually carry quite a lot, whereas Colomiers are the best away side in the league, so that they could maybe go on the road and be all right. Provence could gain a huge advantage. We wondered how Vannes would play it. Would they kind of rest up and look ahead to those playoffs? Or would they try and lay down a marker? By the looks of this team, they are trying to lay down a marker. There is plenty of their key men there. There's a few rested. No Maka Vinopola. Maxime Lafarge isn't there. No Michael Ruru, but they've got plenty of their top names there. So Santiago Medrano, Argentinian international. Similarly, Francisco Gorison, their main man, their captain, their talismanic leader, back at open side flanker. They've got Callum Buffoni, who's been excellent. Anthony Boutier brings a load of international class and experience. Pierre Boudon in the centre has been really good this season, alongside Elliot Rudil, former Po man. A couple of players and then on the bench, it's two stacked benches. Like Joe Edwards has been excellent before his injury at the start of the season, just kind of getting back into it. Steve Blanc-Mapaz is an absolute hero in Pro D2. Robin Tacola, what a talent he is, an outside centre, former France under-20s guy, was excellent in the top 14 last year. God, there's so many names, but names to look out for. I'm a big fan of Thibaut Debais. I like the fact that he's getting a bit more of a chance recently with a bit more rotation with Van. Really talented player. But Joachim Senga on the wing, France under-20s player, tore up the under-20s Six Nations when France won the Grand Slam. This year, he scored a hat-trick on debut. He's got another try. So he's got 4 tries in 3 Pro D2 appearances, or two starts, I think it is. Hell of a talent. I think he's going to Po next season, but what a player to look out for. Really exciting. For Provence, we were a little bit concerned about some of their injuries. There are still a few injuries. There's still a few big names missing, but looking at that bench, they've got a load of them back, or they are coming back. The likes of Andres Zafra, one of their captains, Timana Harrison, one of their big leaders, and still so good. Yannick Ayut, top player. where Grisien is an Argentinian international. Some serious quality on that bench. Roman Laterad as well. Champions Cup winner with Bordeaux last year. Two cracking benches, it has to be said. Provence's starting lineup is full of big carriers as well. They're kind of like Taufa Fanua up against Medrano, two international props up against each other in Pro de Deux. Unbelievable. Isaac Rodder is top class in Pro de Deux. Tuasui and Jalagonia in the back row are huge carriers. Jalagonia is amazing. Arguably arguably the two best halfbacks in the league. Arthur Coville's a serious operator, lovely pass on him, brilliant game manager, and then he's got the international quality of current Fiji kind of starting fly half Caleb Muntz alongside him. The centres of Inga Finau and Setariki Batuniata, that is blockbusting. We've seen plenty of big physical centres for Provence over the last couple of seasons, and that is a huge centre pairing. Cannot wait to see them up against Boudon and Rudil. That's a serious battle. Yeah, so many names. I could go on for ages. There's two proper teams. This is such an exciting game. Make sure you check it out on FR-UK Thursday evening, 8 p.m. UK time, live and free for UK and Ireland viewers. Get in touch with any questions, drop them in the comments, but enjoy Pro Day 2 round 29. And this game in particular is huge.